Welcome back. Another episode of An Entrepreneur's Journey. Let's get right to it. What is earnings per share or EPS? Well, I just told you what it is. Earnings per share. This is a company's profit divided by the total number of common outstanding shares in the company. So for example, if the company's earnings were $2 million in 1 year and it had 2 million outstanding shares, then the EPS would be $1 per share. Similar, if the company made $5 million and the company had 5 million outstanding shares, the company's EPS would be $1 a share, right? 5 million divided by 5 million shares. Now let's get a little more complicated to make sure you guys understand this. We'll give you guys another example, I should say. If the company made $2 million and it had 1 million shares outstanding, common shares outstanding, that means the EPS would be $2 per share, right? $2 million divided by the 1 million shares outstanding. Why is this important? You want to know how much each share of your company is worth, right? So when you're buying a stock and it's trading at $15 or $30 or $100, well, the first thing you should ask yourself is, how much of the company am I buying? Right? And we went over that a little bit with the market cap of the company. It'll tell you how much the total value of the company is worth in one of our previous videos. But the earnings per share basically tells you how much money did they make for every share that I'm buying. So if I buy a company of stock X or company X and I buy one share and it's trading at $50, I have to be okay understanding that, look, this $50 stock, right? This representation of the company, because that's what you're buying. Stock is ownership in the company. That one stock made X amount per stock. So if I bought it at $50 and the company was making $2 per share, then now I understand, look, I'm paying $48 more than what this company made per share. Now, everything trades at a multiple on the stock market, right? So if you're listening to this and you're saying to yourself, why would you ever buy something that is worth that's priced more than what it's worth? Well, this has nothing to do with assets, right? That's a totally separate analysis of the company. You can find out that the total value of the company was worth more per share, which is a strong fundamental analysis that they do in value investing. But for the purpose of this video, I just want to explain to you what EPS means. EPS means earnings per share. So if the company made $10 million last year, right, and this is over a year, so over the last 12-month period, they made $10 million and they have 5 million shares outstanding, that means you made $2 per share, right? You're going to divide that number. So if you go to a Yahoo Google Finance, you're going to see an EPS number there. Right? You're going to see an EPS number there. And what that number is going to say is 1 or 2 or 0.99 or whatever that number is. That's the actual dollar amount that they made per share in that company. So generally, you want to get your stock price closer to the earnings per share. Now, again, like I said, everything in the stock market trades at a multiple. So the easiest way to understand this is look up several companies in the same industry. So if you're talking about tech, look up Microsoft, look up Intel, look up Google, look up Yahoo. If you're talking about e-commerce, right, look up eBay, look up web.com, look up Amazon, and compare their earnings per share, their EPS. What this will tell you is how high over the number is trading, right? That's your price per earnings. So last video we talked about PE. This is directly correlated, right? If you understand now in this video what earnings per share is, you can go back to our last video for PE and understand that these things are exactly correlated. If you multiply your earnings per share times that price of outstanding shares, you're going to see that it correlates to the PE of the stock. So again, earnings per share is the amount of money made by the company, the total profit divided by how many common shares outstanding. So if you have any other questions about PE, write them in the comment section below. I'm sorry, about EPS. Write them in the comment section below. Again, The main reason you want to understand this is because you are buying a percentage of the company. You're buying one stock in the company, which is an ownership interest in that company. And what you want to know is, well, there's a lot of shares outstanding, right? I'm only buying one. I'm not buying the whole company. So if I'm buying 1 share or 10 shares or 100 shares, well, how much is each of these shares worth? And one of the ways to measure how much each share is worth is by asking how much revenue, or I'm sorry, how much profit, right? Because there's a difference. Revenue is not profit. After revenue, you have to subtract all your costs. So after you subtract all your costs, the total profit of the company, how much is allocated to my share, to my stock, right? To my 1 share. And then if you have 10 shares, you would obviously multiply that number. So that's earnings per share. Like I said, leave a comment in the section below if you feel like I missed anything or you want to know anything else. And if you have any experience in the stock market, put it in the comment section below. I want to have the comment section on YouTube as a forum for investors and entrepreneurs. My name is Nicholas Coriano. You can follow me on Twitter at NicholasCoriano. I also have my links to my websites under here on YouTube. Follow me for another episode. I'm going to be describing everything you need to know to read the stock symbols on Google Finance or Yahoo Finance. That way you guys can make educated investments if you choose to in the stock market. We'll talk again soon, guys. Hope you guys are having a great day.